I knew a Hungarian boy who could perfectly imitate the song of any bird. What an absolute woodland spirit this kid was. Just a lovely child. It was rumored that his woodcock was so perfect that he could actually shapeshift into the bird. Maybe this is why he was found shot dead on a tree limb one day in mid-March while working on his cuckoo. You see, the boy had been working on this new call, for he knew that the warm weather was coming and that the cuckoo signals the advent of spring. So in honor of springtime and Tibor, the dead Hungarian boy, we bring you a tasty little springtime cuckoo quote from the bard. But we do it with a new segment in which, much like our R232 segment, we explore passages and quotes from only one extremely rich scene. In this case, that scene is from King Henry IV, Part 1, Act 3, Scene 2. Get ready for the dress down. So, the dress down that I'm talking about is not casual style jeans and a blouse, or Donald ducking it around the house with a spaghetti tee and a filthy pair of work Crocs. I'm talking about the other meaning, to reprove severely, to speak angrily to someone about something wrong that they have done. Most people have some experience being dressed down in their lives, right? Probably when you were a child, you were reprimanded by a parent, and this is exactly what happens between father, the king, and son, Prince Harry, in the scene. Oh man, I'll tell you, deja vu for me. Being reprimanded by my old man. I gave an Amish family a combination full frontal and pressed ham out the back of our Chevy wagon outside of Lancaster, PA, back in late summer '85, as they were passing by in their carriage wagon. Oh man, I'll tell you, my old man was pissed. Really pissed. Severely pissed. I paid the price. So why is the King's Rebuke so epic that it merits its own segment? Well, it checks so many boxes that a high-caliber dress down should have. So first off, it's very public, right? It occurs in front of his brothers and numerous lords. There's also plenty of humiliation or shame in the moment. There's much insult. There's a kernel of truth in what the king says. There's a fair amount of guilt, of course. Christian ideally is the best, though any guilt will do. There's plenty of disappointment. It's a very fear-based argument that the king lays out to Harry. There's the threat of violence, of course, in the slap itself. There's also the concept of duty, and of course, the love that the king has for his son who has gone astray. So absent from this list is a sexual shame, and thank God for that. Or else this play might be about something very different. Henry might have taken a page out of the playbook of serial killer Ed Kemper, who claims that he was so sexually humiliated by his mother that he not only cut her head off, but carved her tongue and voice box out and then tossed it down the garbage disposal. So, ouch. So a big part of the king's chastisement of Harry centers around one idea: his son's overexposure. The king cannot stand that the prince, his boy, is being seen out and about so publicly, so often. Out everywhere, being seen all the time by everyone, again and again and again, amongst rude society, nonetheless, in a pub, of all places. He is omnipresent. Think of, I don't know, U2 in the 90s or Tom Hanks circa 2010. Just enough, you know? Lay low, man. Imagine if every day from noon to 3, you could see Princess Diana's son, right? Prince William, chilling at the local Chevron, smoking butts with his buddies, you know, just loitering about, chewing on red licorice and eating bags of Doritos, right? Just, you know, trying to pick up women as they're pumping gas. So this is the king's main objection, and not just because it is unseemly for one of such nobility, but also because it is dangerous. Why is this behavior dangerous? Because if his son continues on this path, he'll end up, not like his successful father, but rather like his father's nemesis, the usurped King Richard. You see, King Richard, like Harry, had also been too publicly seen. Too lavish with his presence, says the king, right? Also overexposed. And this brings us to our great cuckoo quote. The king says of Richard that because he was seen out and about all the time, that when he had occasion to be seen, right, when there was a courtly moment that required him to be amongst the public, and here's the quote, he was but as the cuckoo is in June, heard, not regarded. You see, the cuckoo in June is of no consequence because its utility as a harbinger of spring has come and gone, right? It's summer, man. Fuck the cuckoo. It's warm out, you know? I mean, and this is the danger of being too commonly seen. There's nothing special about your presence. You are heard, but not regarded. So what's implied here? Lay low, chill, relax, spend a night inside. If I had a buddy in high school who at 17 mastered this intuitively, he knew that he only had so much social currency to spend, so he was very careful with being out and about, seen. He was kind of that way. For God's sake, you'd have to pitch this guy on a fucking night out. It was really obnoxious after a while. Tell me more, who's gonna be there? You know, it's like, dude, but he knew. You know, and you got to give him credit for that. Do not overexpose yourself. Hey, look, this is what Anne Hathaway learned the hard way. She was too overexposed. Daniel Day-Lewis has been doing this for his whole career. Maybe there's another guy we all know. Some of you supported him, some of you did not, who could also maybe just pull it back a bit, right? Just pump the brakes, chill, go crack a book for God's sake, sip on the Coke, maybe cut back on the soda. Push your thumb up your ass and just watch the fucking Gilmore Girls, okay, buddy? Just, you don't want to be as the cuckoo is in June, heard, not regarded.